Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. Today, once again, I'm doing a video on album covers, but this one's a little different. This is on albums by classic rock bands that only feature one member on the album cover for whatever reason. So the first one is, and I know this is actually, it would be on the side, I believe. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac is. So if you look at it this way, it's the right way, but I thought I would turn it uh, so you can see Mick Fleetwood in all of his glory. And I won't show you the bottom half, although there is no nudity, thankfully, but it is still kind of creepy, and he's holding on to this strange doll. and yeah, and they've had some bizarre album covers like Mystery to Me and Tusk. And this one, called Mr. Wonderful, is definitely right up there. Uh, I've never heard the full album, but we'll move on. Yeah, so I was a pretty big fan of Black Oak, Arkansas in the early 70s. But by the time of this, I remember seeing this in the record store, and it was just the lead singer, Jim Dandy, on the cover. And, it's a band, or it was back then. And so that was a turnoff for me, too. Besides, I'd lost interest in the band anyway. But for the most part, if it is a band, I really don't like them just representing one member on the cover, depending, of course. Balls of Fire. Now, T.REX, it is mainly Mark Bolan, of course, but he had band members. I think T.REX was considered a band, but of course, it's just a blurry picture taken by Ringo Starr by on the cover. The Slider. Excellent. It's my favorite T.REX album, by the way. But, they could have done a better album cover and maybe featured the band, too. And the backup singer's Flo and Eddie. The Kinks, Everybody's in Showbiz, with only Ray Davies on the cover. And I believe this was the first album cover that just had him on the cover, along with uh, Laurel and Hardy and the Marx Brothers and other stars from back in the day. And he would be on other Kinks album covers just by himself. And this was the first one. But it's a band, so it's kind of I just I don't like it. Because the Kinks, even though, Ray Davies wrote most of the songs, Dave Davies wrote some excellent songs too, and, it was a band, so I just like seeing the whole band on the cover. It'd be like, the Beatles, and then just a picture of Ringo on the cover. You wouldn't like that. AC/DC. Now, Angus Young, he is featured on a lot of the album covers by himself. He's along with the logo, he's the main focus, I guess, of AC/DC. But still, it is a band, and uh, I like this album cover, of course, but you know, I'd love your thoughts on these album covers. Then there were some where it did feature the whole band, but it's mainly Angus Young that's on the AC/DC album covers. I remember when this came out. Uh, I think there were kind of egos involved by this time. Bachman Turner Overdrive with just Randy Bachman on the cover. Although, you would open it, well, the back cover would feature one of the other band members, and then you would open it up, and it'd be like I think it would be like, from what I remember, like a poster, and it'd feature all four members. But by this time, I think the band wasn't getting along like they used to be. And so Randy Bachman is on the cover all by himself. Yeah, the sensational Alex Harvey band. Now I do get it that it's his name is in the title, right? Alex Harvey. But once again, he has like Zal Clemenson is such a character with the clown makeup and all that. It's just, and he's on more than this album cover by himself. Uh, but sometimes they would feature the whole band. I just like it better when it features the whole band, but still, I'm not knocking the album cover. We're just talking about one band member being on an album cover without the other band members. It's not the end of the world. It's just high quality entertainment. Yeah, Jethro Tull with Ian Anderson on the cover. Some people, I guess, thought his name was Jethro Tull. Uh, and supposedly, some people think that the cover for Aqualung before this, a few albums before this, was Ian Anderson, but Ian Anderson was saying that it wasn't him, but it kind of looks like him. But anyway, this is the first one that definitely features just Ian Anderson on the cover, and he would be on, future covers all by himself. And it's definitely a band. Martin Barr was with Jethro Tull for years and years and years. And like I said, it just kind of annoys me a little bit. Plus, it's not the greatest album cover to begin with. But it is a good album. I think it's underrated. Yeah, but I was going to ask my viewers, once I'm done this, what other album covers feature only one band member on the cover? What's next? I'm so excited. Yeah, Foghat, Fool for the City. Cool album cover. I like the album cover. And, it's I can't really complain about this one. It's a silly album cover with Roger Earl, actually the only original member of the band now that's still, I think, still playing live. Yeah, but he's the only one on the album cover, as you can see. The Doors. Now, on their debut album, the whole band is on the cover, but Jim Morrison is up front, like he's much larger, and the other band members are in the back. And Jim Morrison did not like that, because for him, it was a band, right? But of course, after he passes away, you'd see album covers like this with just Jim Morrison on the cover. Because he was the sex symbol of the band, just like I am the sex symbol of YouTube. Let's move on. Deaf School. English Boys, Working Girls. It was a band with, I think 7 members. And yeah. And this is Betty Bright, one of the singers, the female singer in the band. And it's just her on the cover. And they have some unique characters in the band, but it is what it is. It's my favorite Deaf School album, too. Not that you can. Yay! Sparks! Yeah. Thinking back, now on the other side is Russell. Let me go get Russell. Yeah, so that is the other side of the album cover. And I don't believe even the songs were listed on either side. And this came out in 1977. And, they're trying to do this Hollywood kind of a pose thing. I love the album, by the way. This was the album that I've told people before more than once that I had a friend that supposedly hated Sparks. But when this album came out, he ended up buying it. Now, by this time, it of course was mainly just Ron and Russell Mael, and on this album, it was just studio musicians with them. But still, it wasn't both brothers on the album cover. It was just one of them on each side. But I like it. Yay! Now this one, I have no complaints about. It's Charlie Watts, the great drummer for the Rolling Stones. Get your yeah-yeahs out, the Rolling Stones in concert. It's one of my all-time favorite album covers, actually. Uh, yeah, so no Mick Jagger or Keith Richards. It's not always bad just having one band member on the cover. And Ozzy, of course, Black Sabbath Volume 4. They could have. I actually like the Sabotage album cover, which sometimes comes up as one of the worst album covers. I like that more than Volume 4. We're almost done. Coliseum Live. I believe this is one of the band members. I don't think it's Chris Farlow, because I think Chris, even back then, was a little heavier. So it might be John Heisman, the drummer. If anybody out there can let me know, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.2% sure it's one of the band members. Queen, the very first album, and it's just, uh, I think that's Freddie Mercury. Yeah, Freddie Mercury on the cover. I just love your opinions on, like an album cover like this. Do you think it should have featured the whole band, especially it being the debut album, or do you like it the way it is? Okay, this last one is, now this is the American version of Electric Light Orchestra's third album, On the Third Day. And it's the whole band, and they're showing their belly buttons. So yeah, I like that album cover. But in the UK, it was released with this album. Ugh. Yeah, just Jeff Lynne. And I never really thought about it before, but I was, doing a little research on the album covers, and this one, there was a lot of negativity about this album cover. It's so bad. It's just a cutout of Jeff Lynne's face and the earth kind of plonked on there. So yeah, definitely the US album cover is so much better, at least to me. And I think that's it. Yeah. So I would just love your thoughts on a band, and they only feature one band member on the cover. And also, which ones did I miss? I'm curious, because last night I was laying in bed, I was thinking, oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. And then I ran out of ideas. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.